Okay, so this is the daily vlog, that I'm doing, for a while, and what ends up happening, to a lot of people over time when they face me or they fuck with me, for example, is that we can always play off the sum of his parts the Teen Titans episode when Cyborg is working out and he says that he has to push past his limits, literally, and how literally if I was to face somebody like I don't know Neo, literally who's a square, how Cyborg is literally separating his parts and putting them back together. But let's be for real, what ends up happening in this repetitive world in a repetitive fashion is that you can't fool me because I had a job at John's Incredible Pizza where I had 600 on top of 600 every 2 weeks. And when they set me up, literally, I was around full time. And what's external, a message for my channel that I have to say for editing is that you can't, fool me, at all extensively because, my life, revolves around, the message behind, Karen and Davina. And people want, burn me up with shit like something like, oh, Karen's all over you, Lily at your house, Lily make a Sonny jealous. Lily, Sonny was a Crip. Lily, Uncle Sonny earned his Crip a long time ago, Lily. So, see, if he, sees, he is as pretty as a girl, but it doesn't matter because if he, sees, a Puerto Rican, a big chested, woman, Lily, with a beauty mode, Lily, like Marlene, Lily, coming through the house, Lily, he's throwing away the fucking comics because Lily, he worked hard in gang ever since he was younger, and just for a little kid to get fucking laid, just by him doing something weird, Lily, on the internet, because they understand, that is the power of Let It Come to You, and it's very tragic, and, Butch Hartman, the creator of Fairy Godparents, he knows what happens, to public school where they abuse classical music, because what happens, is that getting low and they rise up and secretly, intend that you have a baby, and what they do is they forward it, to literally the war that you have with your mom, which is really a party after all. I give you a hint, it ends with a party, it ends with you being responsible. The whole point of Lily, Davina versus Karen, Lily, is would you rather have Davina, Lily, a spicy Latina, Lily, or would you rather have Karen that's full fucking quality? Would you rather have, 720, or would you rather have HD? People don't want to accept that shit, Lily, and you need to, really get. And that tool I use, Lily, in the hood called Shinobu, what that is that it's an example of, elegance and grace to a point, where, it's meant to combat, a gangster that's, fluid up front but also gets captured. So it's playing off two things, a mob boss strategy and, a mainstream media strategy. What is Shinobi? What happened is really, when I was, at the group home, back when I was talking to Yugi, Sinbad in my head, what ends up happening over time, as I become a rapper, is that, the second year where I'm at Standard, where I had gym membership at 24 Hour Fitness, what happened was Demon Slayer, first came out. If you're on our writing is, what exit writing is, I didn't pull, Shinobu at Fat May 2018 because it was 2019 when Demon Slayer came out. So, somebody saw, hey, he's using these, tool like a butterfly, to catch a hard gangster, like Busta Rhymes off guard. And, what he's doing is, it looks like fabulous every time he go outside. Ooh, let's go outside. Maybe I'll listen to Juvenile here. Maybe I'll listen to, Fireman here, this and that. And what ends up happening is, it becomes my silhouette and it becomes a running gag. Oh, I have to train for Babylon because, Babylon, is a very practical boxer, and he actually knows how to box professionally. Not just that, he's really crazy. He's agile, like Lily. Maybe a story like Chris Lily. If you test him to fight, you expect him not to fly, because he's big. I know, my brothers, play up that strategy. So what Shinobu is, it's a build, and the biggest challenge for Shinobu to test his wit is Bobby, because Bobby, can throw a fist, Lily, that's kind of like a spiral backhand, Lily, and he can do that test, Lily, if he's up against you, Lily. He's gonna go up Lily and aim at your noggin. And the craziest thing about that is, so many people caught that off guard because the whole thing of Shinobu is this. Of course, a regular gangster can say, oh, that stupid ass faggot butterfly, this and that, but there's a catch 22. He's hiding behind E40. Lily, he's doing this and that. He's working his way, to mainstream media. He's holding on to society. So a thug can say something up front, Lily, and the main thing that Shinobu is that we're a gangster, like a Karen Bart. Lily, how you had strategy, how you were wearing the, shirt like plies, but how he had, a deeper voice, a very style, wearing camouflage, drawing your shit, and destroying your statement, but ignoring your idea. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to that ignoring your idea shit. It's the fact that, what Shinobu is, it's avoiding, an agile gangster, and when I did my research, that's a form of a retard. But it's not because, there's a cat story too, but, delaying something, like, how I ran from Troy, in the arrow with his, deep voice, how I ran away from Philly Boy, in the arrow because his deep voice, literally, not deep, this deep voice, all the way to a point where, literally, I had cross through understanding, oh, you stuck in your music or white girls, literally, whenever I used to run away from the league, and it's not, and I'm not, even going on a chart. I'm just letting you know what happened. So that is the running gag, lately. If you're a frequent subscriber, that's what used to happen. That's how I built up my rap career. And what I do, lately, when somebody tries to fuck with me, test me about that whole, kind of lesbian shit before celebrity, you become a celebrity. Whoever you work with, whoever you worked with in your head, before you got here, it's not my business. All I care is that you entertain. So lately, I literally if going to reverse is so beneficial, then how come one thing is obvious, that we obviously can't attack, literally, and how come, another, thing, get you into things like that, literally, but college, everything out, you balance out. How is that? How is that? But anyway, I have no clue if, characters like Pro Naz, Lily, and, Just Kevin are going to be in Rivulet. Because, what ends up happening, literally, is he would have to, fly in a hat or a pan or something. And, Pro Naz, I don't know about her, but, Rivulet is cool. I got Mirage from Rivulet, when I was younger, that it's about to happen. But I don't know how, and I don't care. Let me tell you the truth behind, me and Courtney and that Alpha Omega shit, literally. How I had to, depict how me and Courtney were the two sexiest, men on the planet, literally, regardless if we're black men, and it was hella fucking funny, literally. Getting fucked up on Uncle Tommy, literally saying, yo, we run the world. That is not funny. That is not funny at all. And as I fly my way to Simpleton, I end up causing this effect idea. That's just the beginning of, the Alpha Omega journey, like how we're back on Evolution, and, how I just had to, look at wallpaper, on top of, things being complete, how I had the old X-Men shit with Vanessa. I learned how to box, professionally, that shit was so fucking funny, what ended up happening was I had an older brother named Damo who had a stance, who had the perfect stance that I thought, I can get around by being, agility, and what ends up happening, literally, is I end up doing the same stance while I'm older, while I dodge a bullet every single day. I'm like, okay, now my stance is perfect, now I know how I box, and now I know that, Dumbo was trained by a boxing principle. And what is dodging a bullet? Edging every opening. That means literally you enclose openings with your stance. That's why his stance is real tight, not loose like one hand in front of the other. Now, if you go, do the replays of Me in the Street by Alpha Omega, I do this speech that revolves around Naughty America, the porn website, so I need you to check that out. You can, Siren, when you can.